Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to do a little 24-hour readathon. Don't ask me why I thought it was fun. It would be fun to do that, but I've seen so many people do it on here on YouTube, so I thought, hey, maybe I should try it. I am going to be stopping the timer though, because I will be going to sleep. I'm not staying up all night. I am a mom, so staying up all night is just not realistic. Like, I need some sort of sleep. So I'm gonna go over right now the books that I think I'm gonna be reading, and I'm just gonna give you guys some updates. I'm not going to be going too much into detail for these books. It's because I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. Also on my Kindle, there's a book that I need to read and review, an arc, so I can't go into details on that. I will post a review on Goodreads and TikTok and Instagram for that book, but for this vlog I won't be going into details with that book. I'm kind of stuck between these, and then also I'm kind of stuck between these and Divine Rivals, which I have on my Kindle. So to try and not stop it as much as possible, I have already started Legendborn. I think I'm like, my son just lost my place, but I'm like 17 or 16 chapters into this book so far. So I will start with this. I also have the audio, so that will help a lot. I won't have to stop when I'm listening to the audio. So we're gonna start with this. Then we're gonna read the book on my Kindle. I am like 2 or 3 chapters into that, so I think I will definitely be able to get through at least these 2 books. I'm not the fastest reader, but I'm hoping that I could do a 3rd book. So the options for the 3rd book would be Divine Rivals and The Housemaid. I've had this on my shelf for so long, and I really want to get through a thriller, especially with it being October. And then also Vengeful. I just got this. This is the sequel to Vicious, and I love Vicious, and I'm also trying to get more books by V Swap. So I also think I have this on audio too. So I feel like this might end up being the 3rd book, just because I kind of really just want to finish the duology. Originally it was going to be a trilogy, I think, but it's only 2 books so far. So I kind of really want to get through this, but I also want to get through this. So it just depends on how much time I have and what I can actually get through. Maybe I can get through 4, hopefully, because I am already kind of partway through the 2 books here, the one on my Kindle and Legendborn. So hopefully that will help, and I can possibly get through 4 books. And if I get through 4 books, then I think I will definitely do Vengeful and at least start Divine Rivals. And then I might end October with The Housemaid, because I feel like that's perfect. But I might do a separate vlog for that. So right now we're gonna go ahead and start the timer. I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything, but what I just found out, it kind of changes things, and it's kind of making me have a theory. But I'm not sure if that theory is like true or not, but I feel like
I got my money back.
I want to say, like, I can't say it because it would be spoiling, but so Legendborn is basically a fantasy, and so Legendborn is a fantasy. This is technically YA fantasy, but some of it does get a little bit confusing, like the terminology. So they have people called Legendborn, they have people called Shadowborn, and they have like all these different words and terminology. So I have to find myself going back and forth between Goodreads review and the book, is one of the reviews. I didn't scroll all the way down, but I saw that they kind of had the definitions like right there. made easy to understand. So I feel like I have to go back and forth between that a lot of times because it's a lot being thrown at you, but in a good way. Okay, this book is really good. I do not want to stop it, like, at all, but I think I might be having to stop it a little bit soon. I'm on chapter 29, and I feel like the author's gonna try to do, like, enemies to lovers. And I'm not here for it, because the character that she's gonna do, or what I think, not loving him as a love interest at all, but I feel it coming. So because he asked a question about her other love interest, and we are 21 hours and 19 minutes in. We're gonna hit the pause real quick. I'm gonna start getting myself comfortable and ready to lay in bed. I'm not ready to go to sleep just yet, but I do just want to get myself all cozy and make some tea and stuff like that. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and pause where I'm at right now. And then as soon as I get out, I'm gonna pick it back up. So this is why I hate my beads, because of that white. But I only have one AirPod, so we'll see. I might switch to my AirPod. Alright, we're resuming the timer. That's crazy. It says I'm gonna finish at 6:59 tomorrow. That's not true, because I will be pausing to go to sleep. So it will be interesting to see how long it actually takes me to complete this challenge and how many books I actually have to read. I'm kind of mad that I don't have the second book, Bloodmark, because I'm really loving this and I want to go into the next book. So technically I could, like, Amazon it, because I haven't seen it at Barnes & Noble, so I could Amazon it, but they only have the hardcover. I need it to be paperback. I'm a paperback girly. I have like 36 pages left in this book, and I'm starting to get like really tired. So I'm gonna try to push through and finish it. So I will have to let you guys know my thoughts once I get like some sleep. All right, good morning, y'all. Like, literally, good morning. I have made breakfast, made my coffee. We are starting off later than I wanted to, but I went to sleep later than I expected because I just really, really, really wanted to finish Legendborn, you guys. And I did. I finished it. So I have finished Legendborn, and this was so good. Part of me is torn because I kind of just want to download the second book, the audio, and then just like buy the paperback February 6th when I can actually get the paperback and not the hardcover. But the audio is like 22 hours. So I think I only have like 18 hours left from when I paused it, as you guys will see in the last clip. So what I think I'm gonna do is I usually read 2 books at a time anyway. So I'm thinking I'm gonna read my arc on my Kindle while I'm home. And then I found the audio for Vengeful. I think this was only 13 hours. So, but I usually put my audio on 2x speed just because that's kind of the speed that I read it at. Like when I actually have the book and I'm listening to the audio, it just flows. So I might be able to finish this in less than 13 hours and then finish my arc. And so then I think I will only have been 3 books in here if I'm lucky I might be able to squeeze in Divine Rivals as my 4th book, but I think we're gonna go with the flow and do that. Right now I'm watching Love is Blind, so I think that's a good sign to read this arc, which is a romance. Yeah, when I say good morning, I literally mean good morning. My hair is like in a little poof and like the back pieces are coming out. And then I also want to address too my nails. I did just end up ripping them all off. I think in the intro I still had the pinky. I'm pretty sure I still had the pinky, but I did finally just rip it off. It did last. Like, there were just some cute press-on nails I got at Ulta that were Halloween themed. They did last longer than I expected them to last. They lasted through work. Granted, I wasn't in the lab that day, but they lasted through work. They did not last through bath time, so that's when I started ripping them all off. But if you want some cute press-on nails, those are really, really cute. I just picked them up at Ulta. Ignore the mess of my hair. 18 minutes and 31 seconds. I thought it was right at 18 minutes, 18 hours and 31 seconds. I thought it was right at 18, but we are at 18:31. So we're gonna start this, and I'm gonna go ahead and start on my 2 books, and we'll see how far along we get. Okay, so I have been sitting here reading on my Kindle. I can just tell from the point of views, because it's dual point of view. So I can tell from that that they're gonna be really cute. And I feel like I'm just like, I need to get into it, like hurry up. But I feel like I'm like that because the books I've been reading lately have been more fast paced, like getting into it. So it's kind of hard to go from fast paced, hey girl, to like a slower pace. So there's nothing wrong with the book. I think it's just me and the fact that I've been reading such fast pace. And then also I feel like this book would be like the perfect December book. So once I can like finally, I guess, talk more about it, I think I will definitely put this in like a recommendation for like cozy December or cozy like winter feels, because it feels like it's just a cozy read for like the winter. And I feel like I'm still in my like fantasy like thriller because it's still October. It's still a good book, so I'm not gonna let those things affect the rating on it, because I feel like those are more personal issues. It's not really with the book itself, because the book itself is, I can tell already that I'm gonna love the where it's going. But I just feel like this would have been perfect to like have some hot chocolate and just like lay in bed and read. So I had to pause it. I got myself some soup and some tea. So we're gonna restart the timer. Nothing much has gone on. I think I'm 15% in, so I have been reading this pretty slow. I also don't feel good, so I took my hair out of that pineapple and just put this bonnet back over my head, because yeah, when it's time to take the kids to their appointment, I'll do something with my hair. But until then, I'm just gonna lay here in bed. The kids have had their soup. The kids have had their soup and stuff. We have 16 hours and 55 minutes. It says I won't be done till 5:15. Okay, so it's like a while later. As you see in the clip before, I just started Vengeful on audio, and I am now 14 hours and 16 minutes in to, I figured out a way to like revert that. to switch to audio because at night, like when I'm reading in my bed, I can just read with the Kindle. I don't know how much sleep I'm gonna get, so I might be up late. I might actually call it a night early. My kids have been sick. I don't think we're gonna get through 4 books. I think that was just me being like truly hopeful that I was gonna make it through 4 books. I think we will be able to finish the 3 books because I think I will continue doing this and maybe do a little bit of homework, and then when I get in bed I will continue the other book on my Kindle, and I guess I'll check in with you guys then. But yeah, now my timer is telling me I will be done tomorrow at 10:07. But because the kids are sick, I'm not going to work tomorrow. So that does actually work out in my favor because when they take a nap, obviously I can read then. And when they have independent time, I can read then. Or if I'm not done with the audio, I can just throw the audio on while I'm cleaning and like doing other stuff. It's a little bit harder with the Kindle because I can't just sit there. Update, I have not gotten further. I am dozing off, so I stopped the timer and I'm gonna go to sleep. So good morning y'all today. Good morning. This challenge is not turning out the way that I expected it. It kind of took a turn for the worse. The timer is set for 12 hours and 39 minutes. So yes, baby, we're about to go. So I'm just gonna read as much as possible today, and then we're gonna close it out. Because yeah, we're sick over here, and you know, I'm still gonna post it, but obviously this 24 hours was a fail, but that's okay. That's fine. I expected one thing, but then again, with kids and all that stuff, you never really know. You guys, I kid you not, my timer was paused this whole time. You see how I'm still at 11:46? It was paused this entire time. So I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run. I'm letting it run because that's it was paused this entire time, and I just finished Vengeful actually on audio. That was 5 hours right there. So we're letting it run straight, at least for 5 hours before we're pausing it again. So Vengeful, we finished it. I gave her, why I call it her? I gave it a 3.25. Yeah, Vicious was better. I don't want to be like very negative towards it because it wasn't bad. I feel like I thought it was gonna go in a different direction based off of Vicious. But there's a lot of new side characters that they were okay. I really just wanted more of the dynamic of Victor and Eli. So for that, I've just given it a 3.25. So not bad, just not my favorite. Vicious was so good. Like I feel like rereading it now just because this was kind of like a little bit, like it wasn't bad, but Vicious was so good. So I think with that happening, the timer just being like, okay, well, F you, I think I'm going to do Divine Rivals on audio. Because it was a sign. We went to Target. We went to Target. We got Spider-Man toys. And I also saw Divine Rivals. And I was so tempted to pick up the book. But I was like, no, I have it on Kindle. And I have the audio. So let me just do that. So we're going to go ahead, put our headphones in. And we're going to start Divine Rivals. I still have not finished that book. It's a good book. Don't get me wrong. It's a good book. But I think the vibes right now is just to put my headphones in and listen to Divine Rivals, especially because I have cleaning to do. And yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that my mom is here again today. So we're gonna do as much reading as I can. We're stopping at 10 o'clock or whenever I get tired. Shut up. He knows it's her. want to dip it? No. We're down to the hour mark and I'm getting sleepy and I need to wash my hair. Well, not wash my hair, but you know, I gotta fix it up so that I can have it looking better. So yeah, we're basically almost done. So we've got 4 books out of this. Okay, you guys, it's like a couple days later that I'm coming back to close out this video. I'm just gonna quickly go over the books that I did read in this vlog. This book here, I rated this 3.25. This is the second book in the duology Villains. The first book is Vicious. The first book, Vicious, I gave 5 stars. So I was super excited to read this book. This book was done very well. V. Swapp's, her writing is very, very good. I just wish there was more of Victor and Eli. There's some new characters we're introduced to in this book, and they're also EO's Extraordinary. That some of these books, not some of these. The thing with this video is I'm not trying to give away spoilers, so it's kind of hard to go into detail about a second book in a series like Vengeful, especially if you haven't read the first book. So I recommend you pick up the first book first, obviously, and then read this. Even though I only gave it a 3.25, it was still a very good book. I enjoyed learning more about Eli, so I definitely think you should read both of them. I do recommend. Next 2 books I rated the same, which is a 4.5. Legendborn. I am so happy that I finally read this book. I cannot wait for book 2. It is already out, so the confusion is I just want paperback. My book, call it what you want to call it. I want the matching books. So that was a 4.5, and I gave that a 4.5 because the world building, everything was so unique and interesting to read a fantasy like that. It's YA, but the terminology and all of that really kind of just threw me for a loop. There are all these things being thrown at you. It was very action packed, so I understand why this book was so long. There was a lot of action going on. You were never really bored. It's pretty cool. Bree's kind of learning more about her mother who passed due to well, it's not a spoiler because it literally says in the back that her mom passed away in an accident. So she kind of feels lost without her mom, and now she's enrolled in this program because she's super smart. And so she's enrolled in this college program, and from there it's just action-packed, and you know, everyone's kind of blaming her strange behavior on the death of her mom, but really there's so much going on, and it's so interesting. I smell an enemies to lovers coming on because there's definitely like a love triangle going on there, and these are all things I love. Moving on to the books that I read on my Kindle. There's no cover because this book I also gave a 4.5. I think on Goodreads I put 4.25, so I will have to change my rating because it definitely is a 4.5. By now my review is on Instagram, so you can go check that out. But again, I'm not going to go too into it. It is a contemporary romance. Oh, it was so cute. The chemistry, it's friends to lovers. I recommend that you go ahead and check it out. There's another book coming December 5th that I'm so excited to read as well. I feel like this was such a good 24 hours of reading, even though the kids got sick, my allergies were acting up and all of that stuff. It was still good in 24 hours, even though it stretched into like 3 or 4 days, almost 4 days. I still got 4 very good books out of this. And then on my Kindle, I read Divine Rivals. That book was a 5-star. That was that book, 5 stars. People say you're either a Fourth Wing girly or you're a Divine Rivals girly. I'm both because I love Fourth Wing and I love Divine Rivals. They're 2 different books. Like Divine Rivals is more romance because there's magical letters between the 2 love interests, the 2 main characters. at one point they don't even know that they're writing each other. I guess it's kind of a spoiler. But there's like magic, there's gods that they're fighting in a war for. So the main character, Iris, her brother goes off to war. And it was written in third person, but it's still like the letters they wrote to each other. I found myself like sobbing and being like, hey, my man needs to write me letters like that, because it was just so beautiful. And book 2 also comes out in December, so now I have all these books on top of my heavy TBR that I need to read now, because the 4th Wing comes out. Already pre-ordered that. King of Greed comes out. Haven't pre-ordered that, and now I have to go get this book, and then I have to get the second book, and then I have to get the I have to get all these second books in the series. I should like just do a separate video talking about all the series that I'm currently in the middle of right now, because there's still more on my TBR list, which is crazy. Harry Potter is one that I will be in the middle of pretty soon. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment a hey girl. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.